The MMA world took the biggest L and the biggest W of 2024 in just 2 days. This was an absolutely insane weekend of fights, so let's talk about it. Of course, we start out in Saudi Arabia at Knockout Chaos, Francis Ngannou taking on the two-time heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua. And man, this was gut-wrenching and it was hard to watch. As we all know, Francis Ngannou gets brutally knocked out in the second round. Something that we all knew was possible, but very, very not probable. So it's definitely something that shocked the whole MMA world. And I don't think it's because of the knockout per se. I just think it's because of the performance. If you told me Francis Ngannou got knocked out by Anthony Joshua, I'd be like, okay, around 8 to 10. You know, he probably took him out after Francis gasses out a little bit. But no, Anthony Joshua takes the fight to Francis, drops him in the first, drops him in the second, and then immediately lands the biggest right hand you will see in heavyweight boxing and knocks him out cold. As they say, he bent the knee to the two-time champ, Anthony Joshua. A sick knockout, sad for the MMA world to see, but we got to be nothing but proud of Francis Ngannou for daring to be great. But definitely a huge L for all the MMA fans out there, but UFC 299 just around the corner. They need to deliver. Arguably more stacked than UFC 300, and oh my god, I hope UFC 300 is half of the card that we just witnessed last night. Chaos absolutely ensues when the featured bout on the prelims, Curtis Blaydes KOs Jalon Almeida. Who saw this happening? Jalon Almeida has been so dominant throughout his UFC tenure. I don't know very many people that expected Curtis Blaydes to win, and even if they had Curtis Blaydes winning, how many people out there really thought he would win via knockout? An absolute stunner in Miami, and we haven't even gotten to the main card yet. Petr Yan, Song Yadong, a very high level, entertaining fight. Back and forth action. It was looking like Song Yadong was going to take this one. Petr Yan fights through the fire and is able to pull it off in the end. Stylistically, this was an absolute amazing matchup and a great fight to kick things off. Now, this is where this card goes from good to great. And not just great, but one of the best ever. Gilbert Burns versus Jack Della Maddalena was insane. Going into the third round, it was looking like it was either a 2-0 for Gilbert Burns or a 1-1 going into the third round. I had it 1-1. And all throughout that third round, in my opinion, it was all Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns was getting the takedowns at will. Della Maddalena had a really hard time defending those takedowns. And it was looking like Gilbert Burns was 1 minute away from taking this round and winning via decision. And Jack Della Maddalena pulls off the huge knee, drops, stuns Gilbert Burns. A little bit of a late stoppage from Daniel Miragliotta in my opinion, but man, oh man, the ground and pound was absolutely vicious from Jack, and he gets the finish in a fight where, in my opinion, he was 1 minute away from losing. Kevin Holland, Michael Venom Page, this fight didn't really pan out as I expected it to, but still, man, Michael Venom Page, he fought very smart. I expect him to be a little bit more reckless, a little bit more flashy. I mean, he did have some moments in there where he got a little wild, but man, he fought a very smart fight and he looked so unbelievably quick. The right hand was there for him all night. He was landing the big right hand on Kevin Holland, and when Kevin Holland would try to counter or return fire, Venom Page just wasn't there. He was just in and out so fast. Kevin Holland just couldn't touch him. A good performance from Michael Venom Page. A very, very unexpected performance from him. I really hope they get him and Wonderboy in there next. Our co-main event of the evening, Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint-Denis. My goodness. Definitely fight of the night. And it was fight of the night after only 2 rounds. Going into this fight, I thought it was a 3-rounder. So I was like, oh, Benoit Saint-Denis will probably take him down and win. But after seeing that it was a 5-rounder, I was like, all right, this gives Dustin the edge because he has more experience in these 5-round fights. And the fight ended up not even making it to the championship rounds. Early on, it was looking like Benoit Saint-Denis was going to coast to a clear victory. And then out of nowhere, these guys get into an absolute firefight on the feet. Dustin Poirier clips him, drops him to a knee multiple times, and then gets the knockout finish. My goodness, what a fight. Dustin Poirier still got it, and I can't wait to see him fight again. But hey man, to be honest, if you really think about it, the more Dustin Poirier continues to pull off performances like this, it just goes to show that Max Holloway is one tough motherfucker moving up to 155 and be able to withstand those absolute bombs from Poirier. But speaking of toughness and durability, my God, in the main event, Marlon Chito Vera, he's probably the most durable fighter in the UFC roster right now. Sean O'Malley threw everything but the kitchen sink at Marlon Chito Vera and hit him cleanly in the face with it all. And Chito just kept coming forward. And I know people might crap on Chito and say that his performance was terrible, but really, we did learn something from Cheeto in this fight, and that is his cardio is outstanding, and his durability, of course, is outstanding, but that speaks to his cardio. You can't take shots like that over and over and over again, round after round, minute after minute, and have bad cardio. He would have been knocked out ages ago in that second round if his cardio was bad. Marlon Cheeto Vera came into this fight to win, and he took training seriously, and it showed in his durability. His conditioning is on another level. To be able to withstand that type of punishment, you got to take your hat off to Marlon Cheeto Vera. But man, the dominating performance from Sugar Sean O'Malley was very, very unexpected. I expected, Sean O'Malley to outpoint him and win a decision, but I didn't expect Sean O'Malley to win in dominating fashion like he did. And with the gate of 14.14 million and being the fourth biggest event in UFC history, man, Sugar Sean O'Malley's got to be feeling good. He got paid. O'Malley, give your boy a loan, man, please. But in all seriousness, this was an absolute banger of a card. With the 14.4 million gate, man, they absolutely delivered when they need to. And that's what's so good about the UFC. When they need to deliver, when the crowd is there, when everyone is watching, when the entire world is watching, they absolutely deliver. But like I said, I hope UFC 300 is even half of what UFC 299 was. I'm very excited to witness another stacked card from top to bottom. Feel free to give me your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, I thank you all so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.